Hello, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Tim, and welcome to another Loot Crate unboxing. There are many like it, but this one is mine. That's right, it is December! Ho ho ho! It's time to open ourselves up a box full of goodies, I should say. And as is tradition around here, I'm wearing the last month's shirt, because in every Loot Crate is a new month's shirt. And we'll get to you in just 1 second. But first, I want to take a look at the box itself, because it's kind of interesting. Come out of there, you. Come out of there, you. Spoilers as to what's in the box. You stay over there. The box itself is actually a cathedral of sorts, which I assume that once you take it apart... I'm getting to be quite adept at this because, well, I've done 3 of 4 of these so far. Oh, come on, you. And ta-da, just that quickly, we have ourselves a building, interestingly enough, which one can only imagine that with some sort of Florentine building comes, of course, an Assassin's Creed collectible. Yep, it's a pop figure for the new Assassin's Creed movie. It is, in fact, Aguilar in the crouching pose. Aguilar, I assume, would be the movie character that Michael Fassbender teleports himself into, but he's actually a really neat little figurine. Let me see if I can get an up-close view of that for you. Oh, look at that. He's crouching all awesome posy like. Oh, God. And he's a little top-heavy, too, just because of how fat his head is. But there you are. You can see him all splayed out in his little glory. And he's also got, I don't know if you can see that, his little assassin's blade is out and ready to do some stabbing. His assassin's blade is out and ready to do some stabbing. Stab, 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 stab. Ah. Cute. Cute and adorable. Will it sit? Oh. Very precariously, it will sit. So that's rather nice. Some of those pop figures, as you well know, because of their giant heads, can be very unstable. So it's nice to see that that one actually does stand up. This is a little promo card for Sideshow.com. Sideshow.com. Pop culture is our culture. Sideshow.com. It's a little $25 promo card for, the program itself, should you find yourself so inclined. And then, after that, we have a piece of Firefly regalia, the Independence patch, which is a nice felt patch. It's actually, yeah, that is a legit patch right there. And is really nice. I like the design on that, of course. It's authentic to the show. It has a little certificate over here saying this patch was created using the original artwork files from the TV series Firefly. Dylan Hay Chapman, Firefly graphic designer, has certified as accurate both the design and orientation of this patch. This patch is pretty neat. And it will go right there. Next up, we have the Loot Pin. The Loot Pin is, of course, Assassin's Creed affiliated. And if I remember correctly, has a piece of DLC that gives you the digital chapter for an upcoming Assassin's Creed book in Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, maybe? I don't know. I forget exactly which game it is that you put it in, but it is a piece of DLC for that. There's a nice little up-close view of it. It is a pewter pin, so, yeah, it pings nicely. And it will find itself a brand new home. Right there amongst its brethren. Interestingly enough, it was the Batman keychain that was in one of the other loot crates that caught my sleeve and kept me from coming back to you. But anyway, I have returned, and with a hardback book. This one is The Figure Fantasy, the pop culture photography of Daniel Picard, and is a really, oh wait, with a foreword by Simon Pegg and an afterword by Kevin Smith. It's a wonderful little picture book that basically a good coffee top reader that details a whole bunch of figure pictures. Basically, this gentleman took a whole bunch of his action figures and created some wonderful set pieces and allowed his photography artwork to shine through. Batman kicking in the Riddler's door. Basically, then looks straight from Arkham Knight, which we're going to play here in a minute, which is pretty great. That's a nice one. Here's one of the gentlemen from Buffy the Vampire Slayer, just having a nice walk outside one day. And that's not at all terrifying. At all. At all. They wave, but they never say hey. And of course, classic, Joker taking a selfie. You gotta love that. And it's just an entire book of various picture portraits that all play to different genres and mediums. And it's a really great addition to anybody's tabletop. Let me go ahead and put you right there. Oh. That assassin sure is sure-footed. And so that brings us to our last piece, of course, the t-shirt. Actually, let me move this out of the way for reasons that shall become obvious here in just a second. We're going to, as we usually do around here, replace this month's shirt with last month, or with the next month's shirt. So, goodbye, November. And hello, December. I will say this. My immediate reaction is this feels different. Most of the shirts that have come so far have been this very lovely and soft heather material, but this shirt is from Mr. Robot, which is awesome, and is an F Society shirt, and is a bit more logo than I would care for. But I don't know if you can hear that. It's that real starchy paint that normally ends up, coming off after multiple washings. And also, just the stock shirt itself. It's that same, I hate to say it, kind of cheap cotton that you would unfortunately think would come in a loot crate like this. So I gotta give this t-shirt a thumbs down. I'm sad. I'm very sad. Like, I'm not a huge fan of the show, so, whatever, that's fine. But I love the Walking Dead shirt because A, it was comfortable, and B, even I recognized that was a good shirt. But unfortunately, not so much a fan of this one. It's fine. Anyway, it might be because it's new material, but I don't think so. None of the other shirts, when they have come out of the box, have been this scratchy. But anyway, yes, I agree. I agree with the chat that I have live in front of me. One lump of coal and a pile of diamonds is pretty decent so far. But anyway, so we have, of course, the flyer that comes across with each and every month, and it is the theme of revolution. Behind the scenes of USA's colony, can you beat the Mr. Robot hacking challenge, and the history of Firefly's unification war. And then, of course, it tells you a little bit about how to make the cathedral on the outside of the box, which we already did. Next page. More about Assassin's Creed and a little bit into the storylines and bloodlines therein. It details a little bit about the exclusive Funko Pop, which is the crouching figure, unfortunately crouched on the floor. And then a whole breakdown of the bloodline from Altair all the way down to Desmond Miles. A reference to the Firefly patch itself, and an ad for lootwear. For those who would be so inclined to get underwear, socks, and or exclusive t-shirts for $15.99 a month. Lootwear. Next page, it gives the history of the Firefly Unification War. Humanity left the Earth to colonize the stars. They terraformed dozens of planets across a new galaxy. I love Firefly. Such a great show. And this is just another attempt to kind of cash in on a little bit of love for a show that everybody, I'm going to say about 70-30 from my personal experience. Really miss. Anyway, a short history of hacking, a little bit into Mr. Robot here. We see that we have a Break the Code challenge. For those who would be so inclined here is seeing that Break the Code challenge over here. It has a huge cryptogram to actually figure out exactly what the message is, and has a password hint that should tell you what you need to know. A little bit of an ad for Marvel Gear and Goods, Cooking Like a King, and of course the WWE Slam Crate. And the DX box, which is potentially something we could get at some point. If you guys are inclined to see me, like, open up a DX box at some point, because it does have bigger and better loot, I might be so inclined to upgrade. That would be really fun, I think. And then a little bit more detail about the Figure Fantasy hardcover book and Daniel Picard, the photographer himself, as well as some more examples of his artwork pre and post kind of learning his trade. Give the gift of gaming, a little bit of a loot gaming ad there, and also loot anime, and also some of the top loot of 2016. Survey says this is some of your favorite loot from 2016, including the Deadpool figurine, X-Files shirt. None of these things I got. Deadpool and Daredevil stuff. Hulk figurine. Oh man, a Futurama Planet Express ship. Sad. There was even a Full Metal Alchemist transmutation rug. Check this shit out. Oh man, this transmutation rug right here would have been so dope. That was probably a DX item. That would have been so dope though. And let's see, that was a whole bunch of other items, just kind of basically showing off what you can miss, and also kind of advertising the opportunity that every so often you can buy one of the old loot crates on the website, lootcrate.com. Go to the website to buy some of the old loot crates every so often. Hashtag not an ad. Yeah. Anyway, on the set of Colony, giving you a little bit of breakdown of Sawyer's new show, Sawyer from Lost. He'll always, I'm sorry, it just all the characters from Lost will always be the characters from Lost. Desmond will forever be on Not Penny's boat. Hashtag Not Penny's boat. Anyway, then we have a little bit about the Assassin's Creed pin and the DLC associated therein. Into the Animus with this pin featuring the emblem of the Assassin Brotherhood. This month's DLC is a digital excerpt from the Assassin's Creed Heresy novel. And there's a little bit of an ad for that. The Mega Crate there details the big giveaway that it does every month, where one lucky winner wins a Mega Crate of a $2,000 value, including a, 4K Ultra HD 64.5-inch TV. That's pretty dope. Fully customizable, sandboxer, 3D printed, game exclusive, hero-size collectibles. Oh my god. Looks like a little Zambo, Master Chief. Is that Saberwolf? I think that's Saberwolf from Killer Instinct. I'll show you the picture in just a second, so I'm not just sitting here staring at a book. And then, of course, some Serenity cutaway figure replicas and an Xbox One and Mr. Robot on Blu-ray. Those are all kind of big giveaways that they do every month, as well as a mini Mega Crate. 15 lucky winners get the mini Mega Crate with a Serenity plush. Wow, this sort of Firefly Serenity ship plus, and, of course, this mask, but actually in mask form. And then, making our way to the end of the book, we have the Halo Legendary Crate, because there's nothing that doesn't deserve its own crate, apparently. And some of the top looter picks of 2016, showing off other looters and what they do with their loot. We sit here and open it up together. Other people like to put it on their bunny rabbits. And also their bulldogs. Oh, look at that adorable little bulldog. He's so cute. Anyway, final page. More pictures. And a calendar for January 2017. Emerald City premieres on January 6th. Underworld Blood Wars hits theaters on January 6th. And I'm not going to see that. Ellen Ripley's birthday, by the way, is on January 7th. Don't forget to celebrate that. Monster Trucks, which is about monsters in trucks. Interesting. Hits theaters on January 13th. And Vin Diesel returns to Triple X in The Return of Xander Cage on the 20th. Dean Winchester's birthday, for all of you Supernatural fans, is on the 24th. Resident Evil, whoa, now that is actually something that I'm very happy to see. Resident Evil 7 Biohazard hits on January 24th. Oh. Completely separated show. Very excited for that. And then, of course, Resident Evil, the final chapter, hits theaters on January 27th. Keep up with us at lootcrate.com, twitter.com, @lootcrate. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that is it for this month's Loot Crate. I hope you all enjoyed kind of going through everything in very excruciating detail. I'm kind of trying to figure out exactly how the format of the show should work and how much time we should take on every single item, because some of these deserve a little bit more time and attention than others, but I do try and give everything its due, you know? I try and give a pretty fair and balanced description of all the items that I end up seeing before me, because if you're going to spend your money, you might as well know what you're going to get, right? Anyway, thank you all so much for watching. I can't wait to see you all in the new year. Merry, Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. And as always, we'll see you next time. Bye.